In today's session, we are going to discuss about on-load client script use cases. Today, we understand the types of client scripts: on-load client script, unchanged client script, on-submit client script, and unanswered client script. Okay. We will see the on-load client script use cases. Okay. So, guys, if you remember, we created one custom table, custom instance table. That is gone. Okay, because that is actually available in the previous personal developer instance. That is gone. I have created a custom table called finance case table. Okay, let me just go to the tables. I created a custom table called finance case table. It is same as incident form. Okay, as soon as you provide the label, name gets automatically populated, and the remaining every topic is actually same. Let me just click on the show form here. I'm duplicating this one. Right click, configure client scripts. Okay, before we create a client script, we will understand the requirement. So here we don't have any sections here. Okay, we'll take another table as an example. We'll take HR case as an example. We'll take HR case table as an example. Right click, configure client scripts. This is also same as incident form, guys. Okay. So in today's session, firstly, we'll be discussing about use cases, on-load client script use cases. Okay. Well, here, guys, remember this point. Whenever I open the form will be loaded. On-load client script will run. Whenever I open the form, if the current logged in user has ITIL role, then this system information section, resolution information section, and closure information section, these three sections should be visible. Whenever I open the form, if the current logged in user has ITIL role, then these three sections should be visible. If he doesn't have ITIL role, these three sections should be hidden. Okay. For that, I am writing onload client script. Why am I writing onload client script? Is that once the form gets loaded, once the form is loaded, I have to show it, right? Once the form is loaded, if he has that role, then I have to show, else I have to hide it. Okay. So for that, I am writing a onload client script here. So name should be descriptive, I told. Show sections for ITIL role. Is it descriptive? It is meaningful, right? AI type all I am selecting, type as onload I am selecting here. Okay. I am writing if condition here, JavaScript if condition. If So to check if the current logged in user has particular role or not, how do we check it? Can we use glide user here? G underscore user dot has role exactly ITIL role. Then it will give you Boolean value true or false. In the if condition, we have to pass Boolean value true or false or not. Obviously, this will give you Boolean value true or false. Then G underscore form dot set section display name comma true. Else we have to hide the sections. Okay, section names. How do we get the section names? Capital letters will become small letters, spaces will be replaced with underscore. Closure information, resolution information, system information. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just refreshing the form. As soon as I refresh the form will be loaded. Then onload client script will run. So what is it telling? Current logged in user has ITIL role. That is why it is showing. Okay. Now we'll go to the users. I'm taking ROM profile. ITIL role. Not ITIL role. I am just giving HR case role. Okay. So that means RAM doesn't have ITIL permission. Okay. RAM 1. Okay. Now I'm going to refresh the form. RAM doesn't have ITIL role, right? Is he able to see these three sections? Once RAM opens the form, it is checking RAM has ITIL role or not. It's saying RAM doesn't have ITIL role. Then it is hiding the sections. You're getting my point. Hmm? You're clear, right? Okay. Well, this requirement is clear or not? First of all, I want you guys to answer. This requirement is clear or not? Hmm? every time when the form gets loaded, the onload client script will run. In the onload client script, whatever we are doing is, in the onload client script, what we are doing is, we are just checking if the current logged in user has particular role. If he has particular role, we'll show the sections, else we'll hide the sections. Hmm? Okay. Okay. So if, as we are hiding these three sections, we have written g underscore form dot set section display three times. If the current logged in user doesn't have ITL role, I want to hide all the sections. If the current logged in user has ITL role, I want to show all the sections, hide all the sections. So to hide all the sections, we have to use a different approach. Okay. So in the glide form, we have a method called section names, where section names is equal to g underscore form dot get section names. So this will give the all the section names in the array format. In the array format, it will give you. It is an array actually. Okay. Then what I do is I'll use for loop. I am using for loop. This section names dot length method. Dot length method will give you array length. G underscore form dot set section display. The section name comma true. Section name here you have to pass. So section name you are passing here, section names of index I. Getting my point? So that all sections will be shown. Okay. These section names, what we will do is we will take out of this if condition. Here we will do. In the else part, use the for loop. Okay, here you can use false so that it will hide all the sections. Getting my point? So we have used j variable, I variable two times, right? Use j here. Okay. Because we have impersonated as this person, right? Unfortunately, we have to write the same logic again. Okay. If the current logged in user has ITL role, it will show all the sections, else it will hide all the sections. Line of scripting is decreased here. So current logged in user has ITL role, that is why he is able to see all the fields. I'm going to impersonate as Ram now. Else part is also required here. Okay. Just refreshing this one. So Ram doesn't have we removed the condition looks like. Somewhere we have done a mistake. Here you have to use false here. You have to make it false here. It is hiding all the sections now, as he doesn't have ITL. So instead of using set section display line multiple times, so instead of writing this line multiple times, what I'm doing is I'm just looping through each section. I'm showing each section. I'm looping through each section. I'm hiding each section. Getting my point? How this for loop is useful here? How this condition is useful and all? Why JavaScript is useful and all? You guys are able to understand? Okay. Now we will understand the another requirement. We have multiple views on the form, right? We have multiple views on the form. So this HR case form has how many views and all we'll see. This HR case form has how many views and all we'll see now. So you have ITL view, HR view, matrix view, self-service view. We have total 5 views are here. Okay. Getting my point right. In the um, whatever the client scripts that we write, this one, this client script should work only on HR view. This client script only should work on HR view. It should not work on default view. It should not work on. It should not work on ITL view. It should not work on self-service view. It should only work on HR view. Okay. So see, you all know table label is different. Table label, table name, field label, field name, choice label, choice name, section label, section label, view label, view name. So HR view name we have to take. You go to the views, views under system definition, system UI. Okay, just type HR. HR view name is also HR, capital HR. Okay. So the client script should work only on HR view means there is a global checkbox here. You have to uncheck this checkbox. Just type HR so that this onload client script will work only on the HR view. You are clear? So now this form is in the default view. So now the client script will not work. Okay, let me just refresh this one. Let me impersonate as this person, Ram. Okay, let me just refresh the form now. Now it is in the default view, right? Still he is able to see the section. That is because this is not in the HR view. You are getting my point. That is because this is not in the HR view. Okay. Let me just change it to HR view here. View is HR. The HR view, it is not showing the sections. The HR view, it is not showing the sections. As he doesn't have ITL loan. You are getting my point. First of all, we have created an onload client script. Why did we create onload client script? On the form load, we have to show the sections, we have to hide the sections. So that is why onload client script will work on the form load, right? In the form load, I am checking if he has ITL role or not. If he has ITL role, I am showing the sections. I am hiding all the sections. This should work only on the particular view. Then what I did, I unchecked this checkbox and provided the view name so that it is working on only one particular view. What if this onload client script should work on metrics view also? There is another view that we created. Uh, okay, let me end the impersonation here. What if the client script, onload client script should work on two views? I told you, we have to create another client script and there you have to provide that view name. Matrix. Matrix view name, we have to take it here. This is the matrix view name. Understand my point? So that this logic will work on two views. Okay. Okay. So as you all know, guys, as you all know, default values concept. How many of you know the default values concept? Is Kumar joined? Is Kumar on the call? Okay. So how many of you remember default values concept? Hmm? Yes. In the dictionary properties, default value is actually one of the properties. In the dictionary property, default value is actually one of the property. We were populating the default values from the dictionary properties. You go to the dictionary where you will add the default value. Where you will add the default value here. So likewise, we have set the default value in the color field. We have set the default value in the state field, impact field, urgency field, and priority field. We set the default values. Okay. Whenever you open the form, by default, these values will be populated. By default, these values will be populated, right? So those default values, you can also set it using onload client script. Every time when you load the form, when you open the form, if it is a new record, then set some default values. You understand my point? So instead of using those default values, using onload client script also, you can set the default values. So here there are no choices. We'll create the choices here, first of all. Right click, go to form builder. Okay. So I'm creating the choices here. Okay. For now, I'll create the choices for state field. New. In progress. On hold. In the impact also, I'm creating the choices. High, medium, low. Okay. Critical. High. medium, low, and very low. Okay, we created these choices. Okay, so in the form, whenever I open the new form, guys, default values will only be populated on the new forms. Default values will not be populated on the existing records. This is very important. Okay, so if it is a new form, the caller field current logged in user name should be populated automatically. In the state field, new value should be populated automatically. In the impact, low value should be populated automatically. In the urgency, low value should be automatically populated. In the priority, very low value should be automatically populated. Normally, we are able to achieve this requirement using default values. Same requirement, same things, we can also achieve it using onload client script. Whenever the form is loading, if that is a new form, we can set some default values. I'm going to create an onload client script to set the default values. Right click configure client scripts. Okay. If it is new record, condition I am writing here. If g underscore form dot is new record, this will give you boolean value true or false. If it is true, inside the if condition will be executed. Here no else part required. No else part required here. Okay. Then g underscore form dot set value field name comma value you have to write. U underscore color. Color field name we have to take. Field name is U underscore color. State field name is U underscore state, U underscore impact, U underscore urgency, U underscore priority. The caller current logged in username should be populated. Current logged in username means you can get it using glide user. T underscore user dot user ID. Current logged in user system ID. Just remember, caller is a reference field. In the reference fields, you have to pass the system IDs. In the reference fields, you can set the system IDs. So current logged in user system ID, you will get it using g underscore user dot user ID. Okay, in the impact field, I want to pass low value. In the urgency, I want to pass low value, high value. In the state field, I want to pass new value. Okay, if it is a new form, and show these values by default. See, it is best practice to go for default values. So this is a new form, right? I'm just refreshing the form. The onload client script will run. So it has set the default values or not. So I am just changing, I can change the values here again.
Save this one. Getting my point? So here, this is a now also I'm loading the form. Is it working on the existing record? It is working only on the new record. Only when it is system ID is -1, it will work. Okay. So that is how you will populate the default values using onload client script. Okay. Okay. Now the requirement is the third requirement. I am creating 3 more fields on the form. I am creating three more fields on the form. Right click configure form layout. Using form layout, I am creating those 3 more fields. Email, location. Location, I am taking reference field. The reference table will be cmn underscore location. Okay. So as it is a new form, color value is automatically populated. Okay. Color value is populated as current logged in user. Current logged in user is system administrator here. Okay. The requirement here is this caller has email, this caller has department, this caller has no location looks like. Okay. This caller email should be populated here. This caller department should be populated here. This caller location should be populated here. See, first of all, if it is a new form, we are populating the caller value. If it is a new form, in the caller field, current logged in username is getting populated. So this current logged in user has multiple values. Current logged in user has email, location, department. Email should come here. Department should come here. Location should come here. Okay. So as it is a reference field, we have to use get reference. We are taking reference values now. We are taking reference values. So here I am going to the client script. Okay, after setting the caller value, okay, caller value you are setting as current logged in user, right? Current logged in user, location, department, email you should get. How do you get it is that using get reference, where caller is equal to g underscore form dot get reference. U underscore caller, U underscore caller, mm, caller email dot email you have to take. What is this email? If you go to the form, right, just click on this preview, right click this here, email. This name you have to take. Okay, this name you have to take. So that is what I am writing here. Okay. Department field name is department. So I have to set these values. Underscore form dot set value, field name comma value. U underscore email, U underscore location, U underscore department. Okay. Caller email, caller location, caller department. Getting my point? So first of all, if it is a new form, we are setting the current logged in user value as a caller value. So that caller reference we are taking here. Caller email I am taking, caller location I am taking, caller department I am taking. That I am storing in a JavaScript variable. Those values I am setting in a email location department fields. Let me just save this one. Okay. I am going to refresh this one. Okay. First, you can see caller is populated, caller email is populated, caller department is populated. Okay. And if you observe one thing, if you observe, you have to observe it closely. All three values are at a time populated. All three values are at a time populated. All three values are at a time populated. Okay. When all three values are getting populated, it is waiting for minute milliseconds. Okay. All three values are at a time populated. It is waiting for milliseconds. Okay. If it is 1 second or 2 seconds, it is fine. Like this onload, like this client script, if there are 60 client scripts waiting for 1 second, 1 second, 1 second like that. To load this form, it will take 1 minute. If the form takes one minute time to load, is that a user friendly? Even single minute second, millisecond is also very important in software. See, when you are loading this form, it is taking 1 second time to populate all these values. The difference you don't understand. Okay. I don't want to wait for that particular millisecond also. That is where, that is where we have to use a concept called synchronous call. Asynchronous call. So for using asynchronous call, I am removing these two. I am removing this one. Here after the field name, you have to use caller values. It can be defined. You can define any name. Okay. Function. Just it is a object. Scholar object you take here. This one you have to take here in the function. Call dot email, call dot location, call dot department. So using this callback function, I'm not waiting for single second. Let me save this one. I'm just refreshing the form. Now the caller value is first populated. Did you see here? First caller value is populated first, and remaining values are coming later. If you see, caller value is first populated. Earlier, what was happening? All three values are at a time coming. When all three values are coming at a time, it was waiting for milliseconds. Okay. Now it is not waiting. It is not even taking milliseconds. First, form is loading. It is populating the system administrator. Then later, these two values are coming. If you don't use this callback function, what happens is that the form will wait for single second. Okay. So like these client scripts, if there are 10 client scripts or if there are 60 client scripts, 60 seconds means 1 minute. When you open the form, if the form wait for 1 minute, can you wait? You can't wait, right? For 1 minute, when you open the form, it should load immediately. If it is taking 1 minute time, so that will be a performance issue, right? That is why even single second matters. Single second matters. You are getting my point? So earlier, what we were doing, we were actually getting all the values at a time. That is why the form is waiting. Now, here what we are doing is we are using callback function. Callback function, what it does is that it will not wait. Yes. Yes, Vamsi. Okay. So tomorrow we'll be discussing about on-change client script use cases, guys. Okay. Now you understand, right? How these values are actually populated, caller value and caller email location department values are populated. Hmm? Any questions from anyone? I have unmuted everyone.
Nimit, sorry, Uday. Uday, one query. Actually, this department location we created as a reference field, right? So, right, Uday, location department.
Yeah.
But to get the values, we have to pass. So we have to assign that sys IDs, right? But there we are passing directly column names only, right? In the function callback. So is it fine? And then
Which
if you
one?
go
Which
to
one you are speaking?
this one, like no, not this one, like last one. So here, yeah, call dot email, call dot location. These are actual names only, right? Not the IDs,
Yes.
right?
Actual names, field names.
But to get the reference field values, we have to
Yeah.
pass the.
These are actually system IDs.
Okay.
These location and department are system IDs.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you open the user profile here, department is a system ID. Department is a reference field. Then you will get the system ID.
Okay. Okay. System ID, the sales is the value, right? Actual value, right? Here.
Sorry, Vamsi.
Sales is the actual value, right? Not the ID, right?
Sales is the this is actually the display name. If you remember, when we created a table, we have checked display checkbox.
Yes. Display.
This is the display name, but actual value will be the system ID of this particular sales department.
Okay. It will pass. IDs only. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
The concept is clear. Onload client script. So we will be seeing few more examples in coming sessions. Okay. So how glide form and glide user both are used combinedly, you are able to understand? JavaScript. If condition is a JavaScript here. Variable is a JavaScript here.
Uday, if after if we keep that not symbol, it will work, right?
Yeah.
Directly, like it will, like if true means it will become false. Like if you use the
See,
not symbol.
if you give not symbol, it will work on existing record.
That's what, like before first we first like ITL role we train for hiding the sections, those things. There we use both if and else part. Now, like if I make in the if only not equal to, then no need to go for else part, right there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try myself, and if any, I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah. Any questions from anyone, Basuraj?
No, nothing.
So you are able to understand the concept clearly?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Alekya? Okay.
Yes, I am able to understand. Thank you.
Very good. So guys, firstly, remember this point. This phenomena is very important. The phenomena here is when you want to learn the things properly, first of all, you have to learn, then you have to practice, then you have to teach. Vamsi, help others, okay? Then you will learn something.
Yeah, Uday, sure, Uday. Yeah.
So everybody, if you have any doubts, first please contact Vamsi. And if you still have any doubts, you can please feel free to stay in touch with me, okay? So if you have knowledge, share it with someone. Then you will gain knowledge. Okay? Okay, guys, keep up your good work. Thank you.
Thanks, Uday. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.